Okay everyone, here's another video on the quadratic formula. So this formula, negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Guys, eventually you need to memorize this, okay? And the only way you're going to memorize is you practice with it every time we come across it in our classroom. Okay? Anyways, let's get going here. So I'm just going to do one problem. This was problem 8 off of a previous worksheet. And note that right there I know my a equals 2. Right here notice my b equals negative 1. And right there, oh, I almost made a mistake, guys. What is wrong with the equation right here? It's not equal to 0. So before I know what my c is, I've got to add 8 to both sides. So remember this, guys. You need it to equal 0 or you can't use a quadratic formula. So notice negative 8 plus 8 is 0. And right here, I'm going to end up with this. 2x squared minus x minus 28 equals 0. So therefore, my c is negative 28. Alright, so now we're ready for the quadratic formula finally. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to do the negative of b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4 times a times c, negative 28. Watch your negatives. All divided by 2 times a. Okay? Now note how I use parentheses, guys. Please use parentheses, don't be lazy. So let's see what we got now. Over here, of course, I have a positive 1, plus or minus. The denominator, of course, is 4. Now, what about the discriminant here, as we call it? That's actually called a discriminant, the square root part. What value is that? Well, that's where our handy-dandy calculator comes in. As you can see right here, guys, I got negative 1 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 28. I got 225. I take the square root of that. I get 15. So now I know that this value right here is 15. The square root of 225 is 15. So now, from here, it's just a matter of doing 1 plus 15 and dividing by 4. And 1 minus 15 dividing by 4. And again, I have that done on the calculator. Check this out. Here I have 1 minus 15. Negative 14 divided by 4 is negative 3.5. So I know this one here is negative 3.5. 3.5 in other words, negative 3.5. What about 1 plus 15? Of course, you probably know what that is already. But as you can see right here, 1 plus 15 is 16, divided by 4 is 4. And so therefore, I know this right here is a value of 4. So there are my two answers, guys. These again are called the roots, or the zeros, or the x-intercepts of the equation. Okay, all three words mean the same thing. Now, I'm taking a slightly different approach, however. Instead of showing you the graph and where the zeros are, I wanted to make sure you understand that if I actually plugged in those two answers, I will get, in this case, negative 8. Again, I'm just going to plug it into my original equation, and it will equal negative 8. So check this out. If you look at my calculator here, guys, I plugged in 4 right here. Again, use your parentheses there. And I got negative 8. And then when I plugged in the negative 3.5 there and there, again, use your parentheses, I got negative 8 again. And that, of course, is what we're supposed to get right there, right? Once I plugged it into the original equation. So anyways, guys, that ends the video. Hopefully now you agree the quadratic formula does solve the equation correctly. Till next time, bye.